Top of the morning, you gambling gremlins and gremlets, and welcome back to the Goose Egg Gambling Podcast, which, to my knowledge, is the only podcast that isn't afraid to hand out unsolicited financial advice to the elderly. I'm your host, Matasaurus Rex, also known as Captain Cover, and I'm joined, as always, by my lovely co-host, Jerrod, a.k.a. Hedgerin James.
Oh, I don't really like Edgerrin James.
Why not?
I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Just because you don't think he put up the numbers?
I don't think so. He didn't have like the Marvin Harrison numbers and all that, or like he was good because of Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Peyton Manning, Dallas Clark, and all that.
That's true, but Hedgerin James also didn't allegedly kill someone like Marvin Harrison did.
Did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison's like on the run for something.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that even.
I hope I'm telling the truth right now and not just slandering Marvin Harrison's name. I'm pretty sure like Marvin Harrison got like legal trouble.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's not. But
anyway, we'll move on.
Anywho, enough about the 2000s Colts team because
off to a hot start.
We are off to a great start. Week 3 NFL season is right around the corner. But before we get into that, I have got to brag a little bit about week 2 because I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the TikTok, Instagram, goose.egg.gamble if you're not, but I'm hot right now. I ended week 2 on a 3-game winning streak, which put me on 4-3 on the week in total, meaning I lost the first.
Yeah.
I lost the first 3. I started off the week really slow, but 4-3 on the week in total. I'm 6-7 on the NFL season total, which means I'm only down $1.77 overall. And technically, don't tell anyone this, but I placed a small bet on the Twins to win last night. And I won that. So if I really wanted to say I was 500, I could, but I'm not going to do that. I'm only sticking to the NFL. But I'm going for blood this week.
Yeah.
I've loved a lot of the numbers. I honestly don't know what Vegas is doing. I think I've finally successfully outsmarted the Vegas wise guys.
Mr. 55% over here.
I think it's going to happen this week.
Yeah.
And when I mean outsmart Vegas, I don't even think I have to like work that hard. I think a lot of these are kind of some gimmies, starting with my first bet of the week, which I don't even know if this line is still available. We might have to check and see because when I saw it yesterday, I was flabbergasted. It's the Green Bay versus San Fran game. It's a Sunday night game. And when I placed my bet already, I got Green Bay at plus 3.5.
Yep. Now it's at plus 3.
Am I missing something here?
I don't get it either.
So I like when it looks. I placed this bet already. It's actually my free cheese of the week. Fun fact: free cheese is 0-2 so far in the NFL season.
It's been some moldy cheese lately.
It's really moldy cheese, but we're turning around this week because I don't see how the Packers can't cover. I got 3.5, even 3. I'd feel confident with. So far this year, the Niners have beaten the Lions by 8 and the Eagles by 6.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's incredibly impressive. They've been outgained on offense 748 to like 758. So like offenses are scoring on them and their defense is good, but it's not like great. And last year when they played in San Francisco, the Packers beat the Niners 34-17. Now that was against Nick Mullins, but I don't think Nick Mullins and Jimmy Garoppolo is a drastic difference.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're just going back to that 2018-2019 season when they're making this line. Either that or those guys in Vegas know something that I don't, and I'm just going to absolutely embarrass myself here, but
yeah, it doesn't make a ton of sense. I mean, this is the Niners' first home game of the year too, so that might obviously have something to do with it.
Yeah,
but it's also, I mean, Aaron Rodgers grew up as a
Niners fan. Yeah,
so you think it's some sort of revenge game, semi-revenge game?
The only thing I can think of that like Vegas is thinking is that
a typo.
It might be a typo. It might be the absence of David Bakhtiari.
Okay.
Nick Bosa, they might just think will
go
tear
feasting
through that, but I still just feel like the Packers are at least going to be able to cover 3. If not, I almost took the money line, but I'm just, it's one of those things I'm just psyching myself out at this point because I'm so confident in one way that I feel like if I push my luck, I'm just going to get bit in the ass. So I took the plus 3.5, but I honestly am just confused by this line overall.
Yeah, I have no idea about it at all. And then like all the Niners running backs are hurt or banged up at least.
Yeah.
So they're like their 4 top running backs are banged up right now.
The Packers are getting healthier and the Niners are getting decimated. Is Trey Lance going to like play this game or something and we don't know about it?
I don't know. Maybe they're anticipating an asteroid to hit the game when the Niners have the lead or something. I don't know.
Something like that.
Vegas knows something we don't though.
I know, and I don't like that. But honestly, I don't know if maybe the San Fran home field advantage is a lot more powerful than I remember. But are they even going to be full capacity since they're in like the Bay Area?
I think so. I'm not sure though.
I guess at this point, maybe the NFL rules over like the state.
Yeah, right.
It might, but
yeah, it runs the nation.
Yeah, so I feel very confident about that one. It's a bet I've already placed. I'm feeling, unless something drastic happens, like something COVID related, I'd recommend you get in on that one as soon as you can, because I got to imagine that line is just going to keep going down throughout the week. We're recording this on a Wednesday, and right now it looks like it's at +3.
Is this your freest cheese bet of all time?
I think so.
Yeah.
I like, it's honestly like spooky. Like, it's not even October yet, but I feel like this is some sort of like Halloween shit where like something is going to happen and I'm just going to look like a fool. But
yeah,
if that's the case, then I go 0-3 on the season. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah. Oh, geez, that'd be so horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one I feel a little more confident about, and that's just because I'm going against the grain. It's actually this week's Fuck It We Ball pick. And I love it just because I love going against this team. But we're actually going to the Monday night game with the Eagles versus the Cowboys. And Dallas, I believe, is favored by 4 right now.
Yep, that's the last time I checked.
Yep. But I don't even need that. I'm taking the Eagles money line straight up for the Fuck It We Ball. Just because of, not because of anything the Eagles have really done to impress me, but just because of I know how things work with the Dallas Cowboys. They'll win some emotional noon game on a last-second field goal.
It'll be like with 50 points.
Yep.
They'll put up.
They'll get everyone in the media talking that whole week about, oh, the Cowboys are here. They finally figured things out on offense, just for them to embarrass themselves on a big primetime stage.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. Philadelphia's actually played pretty well this season. They beat Atlanta and only lost to the Niners by 6, like we talked about earlier. And I think they can make, it's in Jerry World, which is a little concerning, but
I feel like Jerry World's not a great home field advantage.
no, you just have a bunch of guys in like jean shorts yelling at you.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
It's not that intimidating.
And
So
a lot of people travel for that game, so it's a very like Las Vegas type of atmosphere.
oh yeah, I think the Philly fans will be out in full force.
Plus division game, so it's always good to take an underdog in a division game too.
Yeah, and I like the idea of Philadelphia kind of has like a sneaky good like receiving corp now. Not great, but like decent.
Yeah,
And
really good.
I don't know if they'll be able to contain Jalen Hurts. I think the Eagles are just a team that's a lot hungrier than Dallas right now. I think Dallas is going to be kind of like riding on their high horse, but I don't know.
Hey, good reference with the Cowboys.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you. I didn't even try.
Cowboys ride horses.
They do ride horses and they smoke cigarettes.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That's true also.
But yeah, so I'm taking the Eagles money line just straight up at +170. And I feel decently good about it. Like I said, I just feel like Dallas kind of collapses or doesn't live up to their full potential.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weird game. Every Dallas Eagles game just feels weird.
Yeah, there's gonna be some fluky penalties. There's gonna be
like 5 fumbles or something.
yeah, exactly. Balls like coming off like knees. It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. So yeah, I'm doing that. You'll notice that this is the first time for a Fuck It We Ball that I haven't gone with a parlay.
Oh, I just realized that.
Yeah. And it's not because I'm scared of them. In fact, I think my love of them has only intensified even though I'm 0-2. And that's because one of our fans actually tagged me in something about how there was a man who placed a parlay on, it included every single game of last week's schedule, and they almost won, I believe it was like $900,000 off a $25 bet.
Oh my God.
Had the Lions won. I don't know what they ended up doing, if they cashed out beforehand or not. But that inspired me, so I decided to put a little parlay together of, I was only able to put, I think it's like 12 games.
Only.
But yeah, so put a small amount on. It'll win me about $420. Nice.
God.
If I do hit. So I'm really excited about it.
It's meant to be.
It might be meant to be. So the games I have, I've got Denver over the Jets. Feel great about that one. Buffalo over Washington. I sneakily like Washington to cover the spread, but we'll talk about that later. Arizona over the Jaguars. Urban, I think, just continues to have a rough time. I've got Baltimore over the Lions. Feel great about that. Cleveland over Chicago. Kansas City over the Chargers. Tennessee over Indiana. Carolina over Houston. And then I've got a few underdogs. I've got the Saints over the Patriots. I've got the Bengals over the Steelers. I've got the Falcons over the Giants. And this is the toughest one I had on here, and I want you to either talk me in or out of this. I have the Vikings over the Seahawks.
I like that bet. +2, right? Or is this money line?
They're all money lines. It is.
Gotcha.
It was like a plus like 1,600. It was something crazy. It just got my heart fluttering just because I'm all about the risk reward. But I feel good about all those games. The Vikings Seahawks one is scary because usually Russell Wilson kind of owns the Vikings.
Yeah, I looked at a stat today. Russell Wilson is 7-0 against the Vikings lifetime.
Really?
He's never lost to him.
He should have in the Blair Walsh game.
Yes.
But besides that, yeah, because like there's been times where I've like live bet when the Vikings have scored late against Russell Wilson just because I know he's going to march down. Like last year that happened.
Oh, God. The Vikings had 3 chances to win that game on that last drive, and they everyone they just fucked up.
Yeah.
It sucked.
So I really wanted to go to the Seahawks, but I just couldn't do it because I don't think the Vikings can lose 2 games that close, like the way they have so far to start the season, and not eventually find a way to win a 3rd game.
Yeah.
And it's at Minnesota. I just got to imagine at some point they're going to figure out a way to win. And I got to imagine this is how they do it.
It's Russell Wilson's first time at US Bank Stadium too. So another interesting stat.
Get the Scourgers ready. The Skull chant's going to be coming out.
I'll actually be at the game.
You're going? That'll be, everyone in the office is going to the cities this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be a ton of fun. That's a great game to choose.
Yeah, you're not invited though. So
yeah, well, I'm actually really busy going to the Gophers game. I'm going to be watching the Gophers take it to Bowling Green. It's going to be we got a 31-point spread on that one. I'm feeling confident on hammering that as well.
Make sure to live bet throughout the game.
Oh yeah, as much as possible. Every drive I'm thinking. But sweet. So I'm gonna go to the Vikings game with Jerrod by the sounds of it.
We'll see.
And
we'll sneak you in.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's so many there's a lot of big favorites in this parlay, but I feel good about all of them. Like Baltimore versus Detroit, Buffalo versus Washington. I put the underdogs in there mainly just for the fact that I feel like there does need to be some underdogs in there just to balance it all out.
And also to get the payout to be 420. That's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that never hurts at all. I'm also a little concerned about Bengals beating the Steelers, but it's come out. There's more info today about Big Ben has an injury. He's got a left pec injury.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Bengals are slightly better than we think they are. But
that's one of my picks this week is Bengals Steelers. The under is 43. I just don't think there'll be a lot of scoring in that game.
No, I think that one will be pretty ugly. I think it's in Pittsburgh.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I think that one will be pretty ugly as well. So is there any when I read them off, is there any that I messed up on, you think?
I mean, it's 12 games.
So I probably did.
Will be.
I probably did.
Yeah. No, I hope you, I'm really cheering for you that I hope you win your parlay that you work so hard on and everything. I will be insufferable if I win this. I know.
I will be an absolute.
Will you retire from parlays if you hit this one?
I threatened to retire from parlays if I lost last week. I don't think it's happening at this point. I'm like the Brett Favre of parlays.
Yeah.
Just keep talking
it's
about
like the Michael Jordan press release when he came back.
I'm back. Yeah, pretty much. In all honesty, it should be the Urban Meyer press release where he talks about how he's going to work harder to figure this out.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Basically just going to become that. So that's going to be the main thing I'm cheering for this weekend. Then in terms of other games I like, the Thursday night game is tricky to me. I kind of, after the Saints game, I kind of went all in on the Panthers. I got really excited about that. But then I read a tweet this morning that's saying, like, statistically speaking, the Panthers have beaten, has had the worst 2-0 team just based on like record and all that. So I don't know what that is, but that just like scared me. Plus the Texans have been really competitive despite the fact that they were supposed to suck.
Like strangely competitive.
Yeah.
But they're Tyrod Taylor's out.
Yep.
And as Davis Mills playing, I don't even know.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
You told me before we aired that you have a white hot take about the Carolina Panthers. So
I think
the floor is yours.
I think they can win the NFC.
Okay.
Yeah. They have a great defense.
They do have a phenomenal defense.
I'm believing in Sam Darnold. He's got DJ Moore, good weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I think Robbie Anderson still plays there.
He does.
And they got McCaffrey.
Yep.
And I like Matt Rule as a coach.
I do too.
So I think they have all the pieces in place
to win the entire NFC.
Yes.
In their division, they have the Saints, who, as of 2 weeks ago, was your Super Bowl pick.
Yeah, I might be updating that at week 3.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yes.
Who have looked unstoppable.
Yeah.
I will say they are built for playoff football. They've got great defense, a quarterback who doesn't do anything, at least so far he's looked good and doesn't do anything like crazy with it.
Yeah.
And a good running game.
Eventually the Bucs have to slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like they're playing so well right now, way too early.
I don't think they will.
I think they will.
I think Tom Brady is a witch. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think he's going to play till he's like 55.
But then again, they played the Cowboys week 1 and then the Falcons. So
That's true.
They haven't really played anybody.
They play the Rams this week, and that was a game I just stayed away from completely because I really want the Rams to win just because my dad's a Rams fan, and I kind of like grew up in a bit of a Rams fandom. I'm a bit of a Ramley, but I just think Tampa Bay is so good. Tampa Bay and Kansas City, they just seem like they can just score at will, and I just don't know who's going to be able to stop it, if anyone. I guess Carolina, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, has Tom Brady ever played Sam Darnold? I suppose he has, yeah.
Probably that first year, and he probably did quite well, honestly.
Has he experienced the Darnold, or do we know? But yeah, I don't know. I just think the Panthers have the pieces in place to have like a weirdly magical year.
Do you think they win the division, or do you think they go in as a wild card and like upset?
I'm seeing a wild card situation with this, for sure.
I kind of love that pick. So I'm guessing you're taking them to beat Houston. I think it's like 8.
Yeah, minus 8 right now.
Right? 8, yeah.
That's kind of my free cheese this week. This is the Panther bet.
Free cheese. Okay. I kind of like that. My only problem is also all the primetime games have been so close.
Yeah.
So that's a spread like that kind of scares me. So that'll be a game time decision for me. Right now, I'm leaning Houston just because of the fact that it's a primetime game and everyone's counting them out.
Would you feel better if the Panthers was minus 7?
Slightly.
Yeah. You could buy points.
Yeah, I might have to do that because I want to have money on this game, so I like have an incentive to watch it. Because again, another Thursday night game where I'm not going to be too crazy to watch, but maybe I'll have to watch.
Did you clean your apartment last week?
I did actually. Well, it was but then I had to stop at the end because the ending of the game ended up really well.
Mm-hmm.
Or ended up really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a lot. I got a lot done, and I got to watch some football.
So it's Thursday night. You're like cleaning night at your apartment.
It was that weekend. It's either cleaning night or drinking night, depending on what other people are doing.
Two polar opposites.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm never just like sitting around. I have some sort of manic energy in one way or another. So, yeah. So that game I'll keep an eye on. Maybe I'll buy the point, like you said. That's actually a good idea. Another game I am interested in is New Orleans +3 versus New England. New England is favored by 3 right now. They had a really good showing against the Jets last weekend, and the Saints came back to earth in a major way. So I think people might be overreacting a little bit. Plus, I know this isn't typical of a Bill Belichick team, and it probably isn't the case. But next week they have that big game against Tom Brady, and you got to imagine some players on that team are looking ahead just a little bit.
That's a good. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That's a great point.
Yeah, and I got to imagine the Saints they're not going to have like 6 missing assistant coaches again.
Yeah, that's why I was all over the Panthers last week too.
I totally underestimated that factor, which is why that ended up costing me my parlay last week.
But yeah, I think I'm going to stay away from that Patriots Saints game. I just don't like.
It's a weird one. It's a noon game, I believe.
Yeah, I don't really know much about both teams. I don't feel too confident about either team right now. We don't know how good the Saints are. I
don't know anything about the Saints. I thought for sure your prediction about LASIK Jameis going to the Super Bowl was dead on after week 1. And now after week 2, I don't even know if they'll make the playoffs. So the Saints are probably the weirdest team in the league for me right now.
This week will tell us some things.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's a very telling week 3.
Yeah. Another game I liked, Tennessee -5.5 versus Indiana. I absolutely love that, especially if Carson Wentz does end up not playing.
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah. I don't know why. It might not be this low. I pulled this number yesterday. It might not still be this low.
I mean, it's probably a 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you know Carson Wentz sprained both of his ankles?
Yeah. How?
I don't know how.
I've never heard of that. That's like such a Madden ass injury.
Yeah. I have no idea how that works.
But it's so weird because he's such a big, I'd never understand toughness, if that's even the right word for it. Like durability, I guess is the better word for it. Because like he's a monster human being, yet he gets hurt more often than like Kyler Murray or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how that works. I wonder if it's all like a mental thing or if there are just like, they do say there are players that just get hurt and some don't.
Yeah. I think he just doesn't drink enough milk. His bones aren't strong.
I think he switched to vegan actually.
Oh, did he?
I actually believe 2 years ago because he wanted to slim down after his ACL injury.
Well, he's not drinking enough almond milk then or something.
He needs some milk.
Yeah. That boy needs milk.
Yeah. So Carson Wentz, hit us up. We'll get you a milk commercial or something.
Yeah. Totally.
Big fan of you though. I got to support every Dakota boy I can. And then last game I had that I like Washington +9 versus Buffalo. It's in Buffalo, but I do think Washington is better than we give them credit for. I think they can cover 9 points against the Bills.
That's a tough
with that
one.
defense.
That's a tough one. I would stay away from that one too. I'm staying away from a lot of games this week. If you haven't noticed, yeah.
You're just gonna enjoy the Vikings game, not have to worry about the money at all.
Yeah. That Bills pick, I would buy a half point for the Washington.
Make it 8.5 or 9.5.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'd probably do that. I'm just not a big Washington fan right now. Really? Yeah. Also, I think the Bills might win by like 9 or 10 or somewhere in there too.
I could see that. That's one of. It's not. I have the Bills money line in that big parlay, but this isn't a game I've bet yet. This is just something I'm keeping my eye on for kickoff.
Yeah.
But it's turned out that these last second picks have been the ones that have been making me the most money. So
yeah, I
think maybe I just need to trust my gut come Sunday morning.
You should meditate. Maybe that would help you.
I could.
Yeah.
I think that could help me in more ways than just sports betting. I think I could actually have benefit as a human being from that too.
Just meditate like an hour before kickoff for like 20 minutes and then make your bets.
I'm going to try that this week. I actually am.
Like every other week you like experiment. Like
I do need to maybe do like the sauna or something one week, or like cryotherapy. Just go through like the Joe Rogan treatment for eat some elk before a pregame.
Yeah, I need 1 pound of elk meat. All right, this week will be 2 pounds of elk meat.
Just douse myself in alpha brain.
Or what are they? What's the one with the cards? They tell you your future and everything.
Tarot cards.
Yeah, what are the people called? Like mediums or whatever.
Yeah. Not shrinks. That's a psychic. No, it's not a psychic.
Yeah, psychic. Yeah,
psychic. That's the word. Yeah.
Yeah, you should meet with a psychic, and then you can ask them about like picks and everything.
That'd be fun. I actually might do that and like get someone to film it.
You gotta do it right before kickoff. Though.
Yeah, just like have my Bovada open. Just
maybe they come to your apartment, like they have like some DoorDash service or something for you.
Oh wow. Or even just one I could FaceTime would be nice. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do some sort of, all right, that's my goal for this week. I'm going to do some sort of pregame ritual while you're just having a great time at this Vikings game that I'm clearly not invited to. But
you just like keep FaceTiming and I just keep like screening your call. Just like,
there you go. Yeah. Just anything with my area code, just hang up. Good thing is I'll be in the city, so I know exactly where US Bank Stadium is. I'll just go knock on the door and say, my friend Jerrod's letting me. My friend Jerrod said I could come.
Yeah, they'll let you in. I'm sure they would.
Hope so. I can do the skull clap.
There you go.
They'll know me then.
Just slide in.
Are there any bets that you liked that we haven't gone over yet?
But not really. I don't really like the board this week. I know you do, but I don't like it at all.
See, that was me last week. I didn't like it, and you liked it.
I do like that Titans bet you had.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that is as low as it is still. Maybe it's because the Titans had a really rough first half, but I believe the game is in Indianapolis.
I do like Jets plus 10.5 just for my rule.
Yeah.
Double digit spread rule. I mean, Broncos are good, but are they really that good for 10 points?
Apparently they've had like one of the tougher schedules like of the 2-0 teams, but it's 2 games at this point, so you don't really know for sure. But I mean, Teddy Bridgewater's looked decent.
Right. Yeah, I think they'll win. I just don't know if they'll cover.
Yeah. And I can't imagine the Jets can play worse than they did against New England.
Yeah, so
last week.
Unless Zach Wilson threw 4 interceptions.
Yeah, I can't imagine that'll happen again. Plus, I believe the Broncos suffered a few pretty big injuries on defense.
Yeah, so 10 points. I'm all over that with the Jets.
Okay, I like that.
I always hate betting the Jets, but
sometimes you got to do it.
Times are tough.
Times are tough.
Yeah.
Week 3, we're down bad already.
I know. It's fucking awful.
Yeah. Anything else, or is that all of them?
It's pretty much all I got.
All right. Well, I love it. Like I said, I'm going for absolute blood this weekend. I've already been placing like bigger bets than I usually do, which is like, I'm like placing like $10 bets.
Ooh, we got a bad boy over here.
Oh yeah. Careful now. Don't tell my accountant on me, but I'm feeling good about it. I think something big is coming in the waters soon. So stay tuned for that. I feel like a big momentum shift is coming my way. And I think I will be absolutely intolerable once that happens. I think they'll probably fire me just because I think I'll be so cocky. It'll be just gross.
You'll be just keep saying, let's go, let's go, let's go.
I'm going to just walk into the office, just playing let's go.
There's going to be a lot of let's goes happening.
Oh, yeah. Just coming from my small apartment in Minneapolis while Jerrod's just having a great time at the Vikings game. But I'm not bitter about it because we'll see who's laughing once I am $420 richer.
You have to look again.
Successfully. Yeah. I totally forgot. But I will be cheering for the Vikings though, so at least we'll have that in common.
All right. But at least we got one thing in common.
There you go. Hey, we have plenty in common, Jerrod. We're good friends.
The best.
Who just don't go to Vikings games together.
Just nodding my head.
Exactly. So that's it from us this week, guys. Thank you for listening. As always, don't think of it as a loss. Think of it as a down payment on future success. Go Vikings, go Broncos, go Bills, go Cardinals, go Saints, go Bengals, go Ravens, go Browns, go Falcons, go Chiefs, go Titans, go Panthers.
Go Jets.
Go Jets.